I forgot something. So we're at my usual spot. So I'll be right back. You heard? I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I will be back. Oh, amigo, I'll be back. Oh, hi, come back. Be right back. Be right back. I forgot them there napkins and stuff, y'all. Basic necessities of life. Oh. Sawyer Sauce, what's up? How's the Tic Tackies going? Pretty good, I assume? Let's get out of there. Get up out of there. Super Smarty, sorry. Super Smarty. Wait, is that Smarty Bear? Or is that Super Smarty? Did you change your screen name or is this a different Super Smarty? 3 people here. What's up, party people? It's about to get real cold. See my hat? We're sponsored in part by ProSource for all your prostitution needs. Where I am your gigolo, ho. Okay. It's a terrible joke, but I'm gonna use it tomorrow at the open mic that may or may not happen, so that's kind of hilarious in my opinion, you know what I mean? But that's clearly left up for debate. Because tomorrow there's supposed to be this open mic in Piedmont, South Carolina. We're in Greenville, South Carolina. And it is Smarty Bear. What's up? How's Indiana? Hi. Are you in a truck? Yeah, it's a utility van, a plumbing van. What's up, Emmy? What's up, Summer Sky? Are you a cop? No, I'm a plumber. Happy Saturday, everyone. Daniel Barry, sports highlights. In the hizzy for Shizzy, my nizzy. We got 16 people here, but only one thup up because you're all racist as Rizzy. Man. He's making stupid jokes that he probably would make by himself. Are you schizophrenic? Or just semi-hilarious? I don't just look hilarious. Feel smell-o-vision. I smell funny too. Oh, dude behind me has got a Reebok hoodie and he's wearing shorts and flip-flops with socks. January. It's like 27 degrees out. Cool. Literally. What's good? Not much. I just wanted to... Are you going to sleep over in there? No. I'm about to go home and leave my work van at home and then take my personal truck out to fill it up with gas before we bundle up for the night because we have no idea what's going to happen. I almost want to volunteer for the power company, be like, yo, I will help run a chainsaw for free if it helps us get power back faster. That's for free. For free. Maybe if you want to give me like a $50 discount on my bill, I'll take that. That'd be cool. Bashite Crazy, what's up, homie? Hi, I sub. Thank you, Summer Sky 9745. Wait, were you born in 1997, like April 5th of 1997, or were you born September 7th of 1945? 20 people here. 7 thumbs up. Whoop whoop. We got a party in a work van. There's a funny joke behind that air horn. There used to be a unnamed female comedian who used to be here in Greenville, South Carolina. She actually made it on Kill Tony once and did okay. They offered her a spot like at other shows, and she's like, "No, I got to go back to South Carolina." I'm like, "Girl, call work. They'll understand. You couldn't stay in Austin for 3 more days. You could have made like thousands of dollars just doing a few more shows." But no, she did not. She used to do this thing where every time she would enter a green room right before an open mic, she would go, "Beep, beep, 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 beep." It was so annoying. You'd have like 12 different conversations going on with comics and just her just busting in and interrupting like she thought it was creative and edgy and funny. And we were all like, "What's up?" So it became this joke that is now kind of funny. But when she did it, it was just like fingernails on a chalkboard. Eminem the best. I like Mars bars personally. I'm Grayson. What's up, Grayson? Me. Oh, somebody already timed out? What'd you get timed out for? What happened? What did I miss? View deleted message. I gotta see it. I gotta see the message. Ah, crap. Hit the right. I got callous fingers, so it's not letting me do it. You will always be disgusting. Stop projecting. Yeah. At 47 years of age, I have had more adventures, near-death experiences, have lived more life, and birthed more children than you will ever hope to. I have done more for society. I've done more for my state and my country and the world at large than you will ever do. In one pinky, I've done more than you will ever do for the world in the span of your entire lifetime that will probably end before you make 70 because you have a heart attack because you're a gooner. Isn't Reddit missing you? Or are you a Discord moderator somewhere? Yeah. Get down. Get. Hope everybody else is laughing. 47 is kind of old, not going to lie. Aaron Burhey, do you want to run a mile? I will run a mile and keep up with you. Can you work a 15-hour day? I still can without bitching because my vagina hurts. Yeah, 47's kind of old. Dude, you've never been 47. So you don't know. What are you, 24? I've been 24. You've never been 27. So shut your cock holster. Allegedly. I don't really know how old you are. I'm assuming you're 24 at best. Your sperm are swimmers? Yeah, oh, totally, dude. And once I had a boy and a girl, I was like, I got one of each. I'm done. My kids are now almost 18 and 20. One's 20, one's almost 18. And my son asked me for advice when he was 17. He's like, "Dad, do you have any advice?" And I said, "Yeah. Just because you're 17 doesn't mean they won't try you as an adult. So be careful where you go, what you do, and who you hang out with." He's like, "That wasn't what I was expecting, but that's sound advice." And he's stayed out of trouble, kept his nose clean. He is either in school or at work or both every single day of the week. So my kid, yeah, got that work ethic from his Gen X old man. Yeah. You know who I feel sorry for? Gen Alpha. My sister-in-law is a teacher, okay? She teaches 3rd to 5th grade, all right? And every year, there are at least 2 4th or 5th graders that get expelled for looking at porn on their Chromebook that is given to them by the school. How stupid can you be when it's tied into the school Wi-Fi network and they have IT people that see everything you do? You're dumb. You're dumb. Not to mention, okay, some of these, I saw a video of a teacher today that said a sophomore in high school said that 3 paragraphs was too much work. We had to read War and Peace. We had to read Shakespeare. You know, today you can get a literary degree from college without ever reading Shakespeare or Charles Dickens or any of these other, like, really? 47 is still a baby. Thank you, Super Smarty. She gets it. LOL, no, you're not 24? Okay. Anyone older than me is old. I used to think that too. You know why? You know how I'd metric it? I'd be like, look, if you were alive when Elvis was alive, you're old. And Elvis only died, he died 1 year and 1 day before I was born, so. The exception doesn't make the rule. I've read plenty. Gen X is the best. Doc Shelley gets it. And I'm so glad my kids weren't Gen Alpha. My kids are Gen Z, but they're not Gen Alpha. And I raised them with a work ethic. I once took a picture of my kids both mowing the lawn in the rain with 2 separate push mowers because we had a big backyard. Yeah, God built them with a work ethic because I wanted them to survive. The world will not forgive. Things get difficult. You must be strong. Because as we all know, good men make good times. Good times make weak men. Weak men make hard times. Hard times make good men. Good men make good times. Good times make weak men. Weak men make hard times. Hard times make good men. Good men make... It's a cycle. Yeah, they had it during the Industrial Revolution too, where all these... Chrissy, I'm live right now on YouTube. If you ever followed my shit, you know that. Texting me, my text just popping up here. Hey, I'm trying to whatever. Good for you. I'm sorry, I'm not checking the text. I'm live. I'm not. Nope. No. No. I hope you're laughing. I really do. I'm just riffing. Remember the bacon Bloody Marys at Flattoberfest? Ooh, stop it. I'm trying to be sober. Oh, dude, that's a good question, Summer Sky. What's your favorite food? It's probably a tie between 10 different things. Like if I was on death row tomorrow, I would instantly turn down lobster or steak because I've had those plenty of times. Homemade potato soup, homemade New England clam chowder, homemade chili, homemade taco soup. Those would be 4 up there. Oh, homemade biscuits and gravy with a side of scrambled eggs and toast. Classic. You can't go wrong with a classic. Let's see what else. She crab soup with a side of seasoned fries. Oh, fried lobster bites with white remoulade sauce. Yeah, my cousin was a chef. I could name out some exotic foods. Vichyssoise with a side of tiramisu. Where are your cutoff dates for each generation? Where they're supposed to be. The silent generation was in the 30s and all that. They gave birth to the boomers, my parents, and who were from the 50s. Gen X is from 1960 to 1983. The millennials were from like 1983 or 1984 to like 2000, 2001. Gen Z is 2001 to like 2015, 16. And yeah, 2000 to 2014, and then Gen Alpha is anybody born after 2015. But I'm telling you, some of these Gen Z kids and some of these Gen Alphas, I kind of feel sorry for you. Like, I'm not gonna lie, life's gonna be hard. You're gonna have to take a couple huge mouthful bites of the shit sandwich. Why? Because your parents were concerned about your emotions. You know what they did with us when we were babies? Like we'd have family reunions or family dinners. They didn't care if you cried. They passed you around and said, get used to it, good luck. And after like 3 minutes of realizing your parents weren't gonna do shit, you got used to it. It was like, well, I guess, oh, that's my uncle, that's my aunt, that's my cousin. I'm just getting passed around. Everybody's gonna hold me at dinner, and I'll look, there's mom way over there, there's dad way over there. I'll get back to them. I can't cry because it's not doing anything. Now you got, no offense, you got people like my brother, who's 10 years younger than me, he was born Christmas Eve of 1987, so basically 1988. So almost, he's 9 years, 4 months, and 1 week younger than me. Who's counting though? And he acts sometimes like he's allergic to hearing his kid cry. I was like, you are the most protective, hovering, helicoptering, controlling, coddling parent I've ever met, dude. What, are you allergic to hearing them cry? Let me hold the baby. Well, she doesn't really want to. I don't give a shit what she wants. Let me hold the baby. And they coddle and protect and all this stuff. Like, you would not believe. Dude, you would not believe. And it's like, you're literally, whether you realize it or not, you're making life harder on them by being so soft and so accommodating and so just, oh no, no, I want to respect her, no. You're the adult, she's the parent. You tell her when to eat and what to eat. You tell her when bedtime is. And if you don't want to eat, you don't get to eat. And I'll set it aside on a plate. And 3 hours later, when you complain, Mom, I'm hungry, you get to microwave the same thing we all had for dinner, or you get nothing. So if you go to bed hungry, it's your fault. That was Gen X. Not millennials and Gen Zs or Gen Alpha. They're like, no, I have to coddle them. I love my brother to death, and he never watches my shit, so it's not like he's going to see this. But even though he went to my second open mic, he's the only family member that's ever actually seen me perform on stage, and it's just stupid. My mom's Gen X. It's kind of sad because I didn't think she was that old. You have no idea. We were the last batch of feral children. We handled our problems in the street, all right? We used to dig holes in the woods and use the dirt from those holes to make ramps and make dirt jumps for our bikes. We would build forts. We would be gone all day. We'd play baseball in cul-de-sacs. We were raised on hose water and neglect. We used to put cigarettes out on our tongues to, like, impress girls and put needles through our fingers and stuff. Pretend it didn't hurt. We're not the sleeping bear you want to piss off, I promise. All these millennials or Gen Zs would be like, oh, the Gen Xers are becoming the boomers. I dare you to try us. We're all gun owners, okay? We all had the shit beat out of us, and we were all from families of 6 to 8 children. Probably one of the last generations until the 2050s or 2060s. So you can perch and rotate. Because as of now, Gen X is actually the strongest generation. Even though the boomers left us with billions of dollars worth of debt. Boom! I don't mind gentle parenting, but there's a difference between gentle parenting and straight up coddling your child to the point they won't learn how to become their own person and learn on their own. Yeah, no, okay, but that's just it, though. You can't have one without the other. That's like saying, oh, I don't mind heroin if you just try it every now and then. What I have a problem with is the heroin addicts that are sucking dick on the street corner to get their fix. No, it's still heroin. You can love them without coddling them. I know that's hard to imagine. It's kind of like you can hold an egg gently without dropping it. Okay? You can squeeze an egg firmly while walking without crushing it. Hey, Palm, fuck off. Hey, Palm, don't you have a Minecraft server you're missing out on? What are you, a Discord moderator? Oh, I'm sorry. Was there nothing on Netflix tonight? You're like, oh, I'm going to browse YouTube and see if I can try to inflame Gen Xers as if they give a shit. Yeah, isn't there porn you're supposed to be watching right now? Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. Spank Bank out from gooning last night. Palmy 428? What does that even mean? I dare you to explain yourself. Mine is pretty self-explanatory. I'm a burly, bearded plumber, like a bear. And I'm the bane of all that's unfunny. Bane Bear. It's pretty simple. Pretty explanatory. Do you feel hilarious? What, Palmy 428? What is that? The 6 to 8 family thing feels real, LMAO. Went from large families to childlessness real fast. Because they convinced all the world to accept gayness and climate change is a thing and the world's going to be on fire and we're all going to die and we're overpopulated. Do you know 4,278 people had to bump uglies just for you to be here? I think there was actually way more people in the 1800s. Before, the camera was a common thing. You think all these Tartarian buildings, all these old buildings that we built them, and you look at the history, they built them in 2 years. We've got skyscrapers and condos in downtown, any city right now you can't build in under 2 years. Oh yeah, but they moved huge limestone polymers and stone monolithic cathedrals and built them in 2 years. Okay, sure, with horses and wagons and they shit in outhouses. Okay. Stupid. 9 people here, 10 thumbs up. So glad you're all here. Oh, the police are here. Whoop, whoop. Hope they're not here for me. Oh, sorry, fresh shift happened. They're putting out the fresh donuts. Is that what it is? Oh, we got a boomer walking by. Everybody hush. Boomer. That dude is definitely a boomer. Anyways, it's one of those things where it's like, people want to say things about the generation gap. Say what you want. It's your life. But how hard of a worker you are and how good or how much of a shit person you are is up to you individually. And has nothing to do with the generation gap or what you think our differences are. Now that the millennials between the ages of 32 and 47 are having dementia and memory loss from doom scrolling so much, you think Gen X has that problem? We were the last kids to be raised before the internet. I was legally able to drive before the internet was a real thing. By the time I was 20, it was AOL chat rooms and the Netscape. And dude, I was like 25 when the iPod came out. I was like 28 when the first iPhone came out, all right? Oh my gosh, you're still old. No, I'm not. I have like 15 direct uncles and aunts or something. Yeah, that's about fitting. Because you know why? It's because the boomers weren't scared to procreate. Notice we never had ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, or cervical cancer, and problems like that until we came up with Plan B and birth control. Ha 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 ha. Like we also didn't have skin cancer before we came out with sunblock. And yeah, black people were meant to be in more warmer and tropical climates because you put black people in the cold, like in Detroit and stuff, they get depression and rickets because their skin is darker. It's harder for them to absorb vitamin A from the sun, which you can't replicate with pills. Or vitamin D, sorry, whatever it is. Yeah, vitamin D. That's what I meant. And the truth of the matter is, I saw a Jamaican fisherman with dreadlocks down to his shoulders out in a fishing boat. How are you? Out in a fishing boat all day on the ocean, which reflects the sun. No shirt, no sunscreen, every day, no sunburn whatsoever. We're Arctic white people. We are Arctic monkeys because our skin is more light melatonin. We don't need as much vitamin D. You could cover us like an Eskimo and just have our face exposed and put us in places like Alaska or like northern Idaho or Canada, and we just look at the sun for a couple hours during the day and be like, refreshing. Oh, it's cold and getting cold up here, eh? You know, and we're fine. White people are meant to be in colder climates. Black people are meant to be in warmer climates. That's why there's more black people in Georgia than there is in South Carolina and North Carolina, which is where I live. That's why there's more Mexicans and blacks in Florida, Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, Georgia, than there is in North Carolina, South Carolina, Kentucky, and Tennessee. It's just factual. That's not racism. I'm sorry. Are my facts racist? What kind of music do you listen to? All different weird types. What is Unk mething about? Stop projecting the fact that you like meth. A or D, what's the difference? Well, I'll tell you what the difference is. You can actually overdose and die if you have too much vitamin A, which brings up a good point because I learned the other day, the whole veganism movement, like, you know how you can tell if someone's a vegan? They'll tell you, the thing about it is that there's only like 4 or 5 different types of meat that can kill you from overdosing on vitamin A. Like, if you eat uncooked shark meat, which nobody does, you'll die from an overdose of vitamin A. You can cook shark meat. They actually do have shark steak that you can eat if it's cooked properly. All right. Then there's a polar bear liver. Who is going out hunting polar bear liver, right? And there was the puffer fish, which in sushi, if not prepared right, can kill you from overdosing on vitamin A. And then jellyfish. Like, you ever seen like southern rednecks at the beach be like, hey Earl, get in the truck, we're going jellyfish hunting tonight. I need my protein. Like the jellyfish jelly on SpongeBob SquarePants for your toast, not a thing. But there's 970 plant variations that could kill you because they're toxic. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, vegans, which is obviously the worst religion ever. I have a friend that's vegan, and one day she was like, when are you going to try vegan? You going to try vegan? We should try vegan this. And there's a vegan restaurant where we can vegan our vegan with a side of vegan. And I'm like, you know what? If they were a butthole and they weren't going to be missed and they were cooked properly so it wasn't gamey, I'd eat a vegan. She hasn't called me for 2 months. And it's been great. Like, she's the type of person that would chase down an ice cream truck where it's a really hard-working, probably a single dad. He sees her in the mirror. He's like, oh, I'm about to make a sale. He pulls over, puts it in park, takes off a seatbelt, gets in the back, opens the glass. She gets to him all out of breath going, I don't want any ice cream. I just want to let you know I'm vegan. Yeah, veganism is the worst religion. You're as funny as a hemorrhoid, and your name is Wasted Talent? Waste eye talent? Okay. You're as funny as the hemorrhoid. I'm sorry, are you projecting the speed bumps your boyfriend hits every night? Yeah, I mean, I don't care about veganism either. I was just making a joke. Hi, wish you the best. What's up, RDP71, R71? It's you absolute goblin. Veganism is a privilege. Okay, you know what? You know what? Just for that, you get to be in a timeout for a full 30 minutes. Veganism is a privilege. Shut your fucking mouth with your first world America problems where you have Whole Foods and Sprouts. Oh yeah, you're gonna be a vegan, but you still have a cell phone and you still have glasses, or you still have beanies and stuff that are made in China by slave children, or where they mine cobalt and lithium, where African women have a baby on their back, where they're mining shit for your cell phones. Oh, veganism, it's a religion. Guarantee you, trapped in the woods, you'd be eating some bugs. Yeah, you'd be eating some bugs because you're not smart enough to trap any animals. So why don't you sit there in that little timeout? You can think about the words you say and realize that you don't run it here. There are a million different live streams you can go to, so pop off and go to those. Bitty, 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 fuck off. I'm trying to be funny in general. I don't care what you think. Notice all the mods I have here. They're mods because they know I'm funny. It's not like they're gonna be like, well, there's this guy again, and he's never funny, like, ever. No, fuck you. Mom, if you saw this, yes, I swear a little bit. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was a vegetarian for 2 years. It was so stupid. I went back to steak. I was like, this was stupid. I love steak. Every vegan I've ever met is insufferable. I know. We have a name for them. They're called vegans. 8x11. Thank you for the update. Mine says 6x10. Seth Rogen's lost some weight. Seth Rogen's not funny. I guarantee you, I get up there, I do a 10-minute set, you let Seth Rogen follow me, he will not be as funny. Guaranteed. And I'm nothing. I'm a tiny open micer in Greenville, South Carolina with like 150 open mics under his belt. And less than 2,000 subscribers on YouTube and less than 2 million views. So, go write another crappy movie where you rip off one of my childhood memories of Green Hornet and when Bruce Lee was alive. Yeah, dude. There's only so many times you can make lettuce wraps. Like what is it, a pescatarian or whatever? People that still eat fish. Yeah, a certain tuna wrap with romaine lettuce, still delicious. You're getting protein. You're eating tuna and salmon and stuff. I get it. And you're also not a fanatic about it like the religious left of veganism, which is funny because the vegans don't want to hurt any animals, but they're all pro-choice. Let's murder babies. Oh, don't hurt that cow. Really? OG Scuba Steve, what's up, brother? Vegetarians have eggs and milk. See, I can respect vegetarians. If you're like, look, I've got colon issues, I'm a vegetarian, I occasionally, like if you say, verbatim, if you say, I'm a vegetarian, but occasionally once a month or so, I'll have chicken or fish, I can respect you because you're not pushing it like a religion. Like vegans push their veganism more than Mormons push Mormonism. Fact. I have Muslim friends that have never asked me to become Muslim. I have vegan friends that are like tripping over backwards and calling me names because I won't try vegan. Your tofu sucks. I want meat, something with texture, raw, probably bloody. I want to taste the blood. Yeah. I want my steak so rare you cut off the horns and the tail and throw on the grill. Moo moo, buckaroo. Okay, but bet you won't crash your car. Yeah, because I'm a good driver. I haven't even had a ticket since 2019, before the pandemic. So suck it. Also, my insurance, you ready for this? My insurance is $50 a month. $300 covers me for 6 months. Sorry, $60 a month. No, I'm wrong. I'm right. $50 a month is my insurance. This van is covered by the company insurance, and it's by Progressive, and they even have one of those little tachometer things that plugs into your circuit board so they can tell how fast I'm going, whether or not I have my seatbelt on, whether or not I make a hard stop. I'm saving my boss like $300 a year on his insurance because I'm a good driver, sober and clean, and I'm mindful. I'm not scrolling through TikToks at the stoplight. You know, like the millennials or Gen Zs. Boom! Said it. Gen Xers, we're real. We live in reality, sir or ma'am. That's cringe? Wait, Aaron Burhe, explain yourself. What's cringe? $467 a month just to drive a car in Canada. Dude, it is a steal. $50 a month? It's like $1.67 a day. I'll take it. So I pay 167 or 167 pennies a day for insurance on a vehicle I could drive anywhere in the US. The guy talking about smoking meth. Mods, you know I'm going to take your word over anybody else's. You time somebody out, I'm going to back you up. I've never reprimanded a mod and be like, how dare you? That guy was totally in the... No. 9 people here, 12 thumbs up. Oh my goodness, we've been live for 31 minutes. Who knew? Oh, I missed, totally. That would have been cool if it landed, but it didn't. Everyone deserves a second chance. Yeah. So tell me, how was your day? Talk to me, party people. You timed him out for 10 seconds. Why would you time him out for 10 seconds? Bet you won't smoke all that ciggy. I have an amazing broadcaster voice because I've been smoking since before you were a twinkle in the eye of the man that raped your mother. That's a joke. Either you're laughing or you're offended. If you're offended, fuck off. If you're laughing, cool, you're welcome here. Are you ready for your storm? I don't think you're getting snow, but you're getting ice. Oh, dude. I just went shopping tonight. I got the groceries intact, yo. And unlike most of these Gen Zs or millennials, I know how to, because I live right by the woods, I know how to gather wood and start a fire outside. I don't care. I'll be dressed just like this, cooking a can of soup in one of my kitchen pots over an open flame. Totally okay with it. Totally okay with it. Buy all the milk and bread for bread sandwiches. I've got egg salad. I've got chicken soup. I've got a lot of pitas, like pita bread. I've got cookies. I've got chips. I've got salsa. I've got pretzel bites. I've got toilet paper. I have firearms. I'll just rob somebody else in the neighborhood that has the stuff I don't have yet. I'll be like, give me your kindling. I'm kidding. They know me. I wouldn't do that. But here we are at the QT, having a good time. Glad you're here with me. So glad we're doing a live stream. Hee hee. Anywho, I'm going to go to bed early tonight. Last 3 nights, I got like 4 hours of sleep. Forgot to switch the camera around, sorry. I've got a gas stove, so I'll get the cook no matter what. Dude, yeah, it's like also people that have like a gas-powered water heater. Yeah, you might have to light a candle, but at least your gas is still going so you can take a hot shower. If I wake up at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning, see my breath, and realize that the power's out, I'm going to run to my bathroom, turn on the sink, and see if I have hot water. If I have hot water, I'm stripping down naked and getting in the shower and draining that tank one last time, even if it's moderately hot. Do you eat Snickers upside down to feel the veins? Not like you. No, I don't eat Snickers. I hate to break it to you. We're not children. In your late 40s, I don't really eat candy, sir. Why? Because we all know that sugar is not like that. I have a couple sugars in my morning coffee. I might have a Gatorade in the middle of a day. I might get an apple pie from somewhere, like one of those folded apple pies from McDonald's or QT or somewhere. I don't really eat McDonald's unless it's fries or apple pie. That's about it. But you eat a lot. You don't know this because you're not there yet. But once you break 45, you eat a lot healthier. You're like, you know what? My joints hurt. When I wake up, I'm sore. I'm feeling groggy. Maybe I should eat some whole foods, some meat and veggies and fruits. And yeah, and you feel a lot better. So there's that. I don't really... Do you eat Snickers? My son, after Halloween, gave me a handful of those fun-size Snickers. They're still sitting right up there on top of my fridge. Like once a month, I'll be like, oh, cool, a Snickers. Yeah, and I'll eat it. But rare. I don't eat it upside down like that gay guy. Why are we hating on Snickers? Because they want... Oh, you think the peanuts inside there counteracts as healthiness for the unhealthiness of the caramel, nougat, sugar, and chocolate. Go ahead, lie to me. Tell me to my face you think Snickers is a healthy part of your diet. And I'll tell you how they put people in Doritos. Literally. Look into it. It's anything that says, quote unquote, natural additive flavors. Yeah. I mean, you'd have to look. It's Soylent Green. You'd have to look into it for yourself. I can't. You're your own person. You have to look things up. I'm not even reading the chat right now. 35 minutes. Oh my goodness, it's been last so long. With hot pretzels. The hot pretzels are great. M&M's. Yeah, okay. Water sucks. Peanut M&M's. Oh, peanut M&M's. Yeah, I like the peanut butter M&M's. Those are great. 12 by 15. Thank you for the update, Batshite Crazy. Mine says 10 by 14. But I trust Batshite Crazy because he's watching in real time. So, ha 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 ha. Is inflation up or down right now in the U.S.? We're getting less value, less product, and more inflation. Like if I had to pay $54 for a steak with some semi-warm mashed potatoes and gravy with a little bit of broccoli on the side, yeah, dude, that shouldn't be that way. Why? Because I can get a steak the size of my face for $20 at the grocery store and make it myself at home. I don't really like Snickers because you're smart, probably. Money is expensive. Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? Someone that had 07 weight just said, I know, right? Hi, what's up, Mexico RKO 789? Guy who was born in July of 89. Is that what that is? 789? Is that what it is? Makes you like a year and a half younger than my older brother. And by the way, anyone who's been here for the stream, if you saw what I said about my millennial younger brother earlier, my brother knows that I love him immensely. Like if he needed a kidney tomorrow and he called me, I'd be the first one in line to be like, let's do some tests. Let's run some anomalies, see if our blood type's the same, and it should be because we both have the same parents. So, yeah, if you need a kidney, I would be there for you, brother, because you got young children. And yeah, wait, you gave up a kidney? Aren't you going to like die in 10 years, even if you give up coffee Mountain Dew? Yeah, I'll probably die in 10 years, even just drinking water because I gave up a kidney. But you know what? That means my brother gets to live to see my nephews and nieces go to their high school and college graduation. So, worth it. I love my brother. I really do. It's 12:36. Yeah, I know. You're 5 hours ahead of us. Jaded Ghost. Do you want to hear something funny? My mom, one year, I saw her with a glass of wine. She goes, Happy New Year. Woo! And takes a sip. And I was like, Mom, it's 7 p.m. She goes, it's midnight in the UK. I'm going to bed. Good night, y'all. And that was my mom. She had her dinner. She had a glass of wine. And then she went upstairs and did her routine and went to bed. I said, Dad, have a good night. Happy New Year's. I'm going to go shoot fireworks off and hopefully not burn my fingertips. But my mom did that one year. I was like, that's hilarious. When she's like, Happy New Year. And I was like, it's 7:01. She's like, yeah, it's New Year's in England. 9 by 17 says Batshite Crazy. Mine says 7 by 15, but whatever. I believe Batshite Crazy, of course. Yo, what's up, Tony? Tony 6. That's a unique way to spell Tony because they're both body parts and your name's Tony. If you take the actual word Tony, spell it backwards, it's why not? It's 7:38 in Florida. You're in Central Time, right? No, you're in Eastern Standard Time. I used to live in the northwest panhandle of Florida, and we were just barely in Central Time, so it would be 6:38 there now. I basically lived on an island, Highway 30A. Good memories, good times. And we moved out of there January 2006, which was just a year before the prime mortgage lending collapse. And I'm glad we did because, think about it, my ex-wife at the time, she and I were both working at a restaurant where we were bartenders, waiters, and hostesses wherever we were needed. And what's the first thing people cut out of their expenses? It's eating out on vacation. They'll get stuff they can cook in their hotel room or bring peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or cold cuts, make their own hoagie subs and stuff. They'll be like, well, we want to have a good time on vacation, maybe get a few t-shirts, but we're cutting out eating out. And dude, I feel sorry for all my past coworkers, waitresses and bartenders that suffered through 2007, 2008, while the Lehman Brothers got away. A lot of people, let's go and talk about that with banking. My dad was an accountant with other accountants that worked in the stock market when they used to use paper. And when the bell rang, it would be knee deep in paper that you would show of the stocks you bought when the bell rang. Like, they would have to clean it up in garbage bags and shred it all. And just, dude, my dad was an accountant who became a real estate broker, or a real estate agent, then became a real estate broker. And my younger brother is a banker. So we've had these discussions. And when we had the prime mortgage lending collapse, here's why. On average, take any bank, on average, you're only allowed to lend out $3 for every $1 you have. So if a bank has $10 million, they can't loan out more than $30 million. The Lehman Brothers were loaning out $33 for every dollar they had. So building stock on these trust funds based on the real estate market. And my dad was one of the realtors that even warned the stock market people. He's like, look, this stuff can't last. It's gonna collapse. Which is why you have $1 million homes in Detroit that have been abandoned and are empty for years. Like, you'll have a neighborhood with 25 houses and there's only 5 families in 5 of the houses. And the rest of them just end up getting abandoned, dilapidated. Then the grass grows up to your thigh and then meth heads break in and start squatting. Just, yeah, all because of the Lehman Brothers. Thanks, Lehman Brothers. Ha 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 ha. Buy gold and silver. You want to really sustain for the future? I'm cash poor, but I know that if I die tomorrow, that there's a certain place where my son and daughter can go and they can collect all my gold and silver, and they can split it between the two of them, and it's a substantial amount, and they won't have to pay any probate tax to the government because none of it's documented. Ha 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 ha. Subprime loans. Yeah, that's, yeah. Wait, did I not say that? Subprime mortgage lending collapse? Is that what I said? And subprime loans. Yeah, I knew what I meant. Greenland is not for sale, allegedly. Do you have a dog? Because I saw you with a dog on a short. I used to have a dog. And you know what? It's funny you mentioned that. Not last night, but Thursday night, I had a dream that Sheila, my dog, Sheila was there. And I was like, oh, Sheila, what's up? And I'm petting her and playing with her. She's in the back fenced-in yard. And then I woke up and I was like, I miss my dog. Long story short, for reasons I'm not going to go into, my dog had to be given away, but I do care about my dog, so I gave it to an older couple that has a farm up in Spartanburg. My dog is roaming free on a 30-acre farm right now. My dog is living her best life. So I know, shout out Sheila. I miss you, girl. She was half black lab and half meth lab. Because she would have that lethal tail. She'd be so excited to see you when you got home. You pet her. She'd turn around and thump you. Oh, ball check. Oh, every single day. And I miss it. I miss the ball checks. Just to have a animal be like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're home. I thought you lived forever. Ah! Only dog lovers will understand. Cat lovers, suck a bag of D's. What's up, Aaron Burhey? Leering Center. Yeah, don't get me started on that subject. Batshot crazy, you're trying to stir some shit up? Leering over there. Uncle Though 277, stop thinking about my dick. Yeah, I'm circumcised. My dad's not. My son is. There, you got the whole lineage of who's circumcised and who's not in my male genetic bloodline. Now, do you feel better now? You'd be like, huh, got it, write it down. His dad is uncircumcised, but he was born in the 70s. He is circumcised. And then his son was born in the mid-2000s. He is also circumcised. If I'd known, like, no, I wouldn't have circumcised my son. But I didn't know at the time. There's certain things. It's like, yeah, I'm like, oh, schmegma, they'll get dick cancer. No such thing. You know what it is? Women don't know how to clean an uncircumcised, where you have to roll it back and clean it, because if they poop in a diaper, that's how you would get infections, is that poop would get in that hood and it would cover, and that's what doctors were worried about. And then it was also because Jewish guys were laughed at a lot in the 40s when they'd be at Yale or Harvard, and they would get naked in the locker room, and all the dudes with regular dicks with foreskins would be like, ha, nice helmet there, Kleptomatic. And so the Jews like, oh, watch this. I'm going to take over the banks and the pharmaceutical industry, and then the medical field will be mine, and I'll convince the doctors to tell the mothers about schmegma. Why? Listen, if you are my moderator, it's insulting. Do not put them on a 10-second timeout. It's either 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 30 minutes based on the offense. Barely offensive, 5 minutes. Inappropriate, 10 minutes. Completely uncalled for, 30 minutes. I don't have a lot of rules here. Those of you with wrenches, I got a whole mechanic squad full of wrenches here, and they're about 10 seconds. He'll be back in 10 seconds? Really? Oh my goodness, he seems to be spurging a little bit. A little bit. Oy vey. The chat's going too fast because I have 5 people here, 15 thumbs up. Bash High Crazy, what does yours say? I'm a troll. How can I best troll you tonight? You're funny. Watch this. Ready? Now you're in a timeout. Yeah, half lab and half Breaking Bad. That's funny. Jaded Ghost. That's hilarious. Oy vey, real. 10 seconds seems useless. It is useless. Thank you, Jaded Ghost. Schmegma. Open for Judas Priest. Was asking you about your circumcision deserving of a timeout. Yes, because that means as another man, you're thinking about my dick. You ready for this? 5 minutes. There you go, timeout. Since that was inappropriate, something happened, so I left the stream. Okay. Hi again. Hi, Summer Sky. Glad you're here again. 6x15. Thanks, Batshot Crazy, for 5 seconds. Yeah, I timed out for 5 seconds. Hi again. 07 wait is here. Jaded Ghost and Summer Sky. All right, you know what? I set this one aside. One more cigarette, and then we are gone, homie. Nigga, please. He said the N-word, but it wasn't offensive because he was saying it out of an empty windshield to nobody. It's like he would have said it if he wasn't on camera, but he is on camera, and he said it, and I can't believe he said it on camera because YouTube is more concerned about me talking about Mean Mr. Mustache or saying restarted or grape or self-deletion, the crucificide word. Yeah, those words are trigger words. Nigga, please. And if you're not laughing right now and you're offended, it means you're weak. That's crazy. Cigarette tricks on the night before a storm. Making up songs and jokes on YouTube is his norm. I dropped my lighter, no. I'm so freaking exhausted. I got like 4 hours of sleep the last 3 nights in a row, and I'm literally delirious. And I'm hoping you're laughing, or we'll know that you're vegan. See, it's a callback to the other jokes about veganism being the worst religion. I don't know if you caught that. Wait, is he breaking out the gay guy voice to rip on vegans, or is that the female Susan /Karen /Becky voice? I can't tell which voice it is. I know, Pop Cheerio, it's quite weird. You're cool. You're cool too. You know what? We're going to be generous tonight. Summer Sky, add as moderator. Summer Sky is now a moderator. Every time you type, you got a highlighted blue name with a wrench beside it. Bam, bam, swing that band hammer wherever you feel it's necessary. And as my moderator, I will back up your discernment and judgment, young lady. In the summer sky, middle of January. It's January. James Mason. Anytime. Dude, I looked up James Mason. You're right. He had a sad life. But yeah, I'm kind of like a lot like him. You're very cool. Thank you, Summer Sky. Yes. What is that symbol you put before the yes? I don't know what that is. Ooh, someone was timed out. What were they timed out for? Let's find out. It looks like you smell like cat piss. Stop projecting your mom's house. Do you normally smoke? Only when I'm awake. Nice tongue work. I'm not offended. Bro's geeking. Yeah, I geek regularly. I'm delirious. I am sleep deprived and hopped up on sugar, and I just went shopping with a bunch of crazy people at Walmart that are buying up a bunch of firewood and toilet paper and milk as if Corona Bandicana Quarantina is upon us once again. But it is not. I gotta go. I hope you guys have a good night. Remember, you feel loved. Later. Subscribe.